Hello friends and welcome to StudyIQ. I am Joy and today in this lecture we will discuss about the National Crime Records Bureau, that is the NCRB data which was released recently. So let us first look into the current affair. The NCRB, that is the National Crime Records Bureau, released the delayed crime data for 2017. Why it is called delayed data? This is because the data on crimes of the year 2017 has been released now very recently. So that is why it is called a delayed crime data for the year 2017 has been recently released. So in this lecture we will be looking at what are the categories of data. We will also see what are the important highlights of this data. We will also look at the drawbacks of this report. And we will also see what else could have also been included in it. So these are the topics that we will discuss today. A very important topic for UPSC aspirants, especially from your mains perspective, a very important topic. This report will give you an idea about the crime happenings in the country. So I'll be trying to briefly cover what all are the important highlights of this report in this lecture. So let us first move on to the categories of the data. What are the categories of data available in this report? Now, the NCRB, National Crime Records Bureau, has introduced more than 3 dozen, that is 36 new categories and subcategories of crimes under various heads in this report. And at least 4 categories where significant diversification of data can be seen. So, these are the 4 categories. The first one is crime against women and children. So women and children considered as a vulnerable group in the society. Again, second one is the atrocities against the Dalits. Third one is cases of corruption. And fourth one is the time taken by the police and also the courts for the conclusion of the cases. So these are the 4 categories where a very significant diversification of data can be seen. Now, for the first time, the NCRB, the National Crime Records Bureau, has introduced categories of cyber crimes against women and children. So, this is for the first time that a special category called cyber crimes against children and women were introduced. And second one, in case of Dalits, the NCRB, the National Crime Records Bureau, has for the first time published the data on offences registered solely under the SC/ST Prevention of Atrocities Act. So, a special category has been made, that is those cases against the Dalits which has been registered under the Prevention of Atrocities Act, the SC and ST Prevention of Atrocities Act. Now, third one, the NCRB has also recorded cases of disproportionate assets against the public servants. That is the cases where the assets of the public servants are disproportionate. So this is the third category. Now other categories, miscellaneous categories include abetment, criminal intimation, simple hurt, credit card, debit card and online frauds, internet crimes, online gaming, kidnapping for begging. For all those reasons, special sections or categories has been introduced. And another important one which has been introduced this year, for the first time the NCRB, the National Crime Records Bureau, has dealt with pendency of cases. For the first time the Crime Records Bureau has dealt with the period of pendency of cases. So this is not just about pendency but also the period of pendency, that is for how long a case is pending with the court or with the police, that is also taken into consideration. So this is for the first time and this is very significant because in India a very important issue, a major issue is with regard to delayed justice. The time taken by the police in finalizing or charge sheeting a case and also the time taken by the court in concluding the case. So the time taken by the court and the police, very important and significant. So this is for the first time that the National Crime Records Bureau has considered not only the pendency but also the time taken for it. Now let us come to the highlights of this report. So let us categorize it into different important categories. The first one, women and children. So let us see the first category, women and children, and what are the important highlights. Now, in the case of women and children, the National Crime Records Bureau has recorded murder and rape for the first time. So this is a subcategory under the category women and children. So this is for the first time. So a subcategory murder and rape has been introduced. And as we said in the beginning, this is the 2017 data that is available now. So in 2017, close to 33,885 women were reported to have been raped across the country. Sorry, this is in 2017. Now, out of this 33,885 women who were raped in the country, reportedly 227 were murdered after the rape. So, this is the data that is available with the NCERT. Now, with regard to children, close to 28,150 children were raped, and cases were registered under the IPC, that is the Indian Penal Code, and the POCSO, that is the Protection of Children from Sexual Offences Act, that is the POCSO Act. Under the IPC and the POCSO Act, 28,150 children were registered for rape cases. Now, out of this 28,150, 150 were killed after being raped. So, these are the data available. Regarding gang rape, the NCRB, the National Crime Records Bureau, has removed the category of gang rape that was introduced in its database following the December 2012 gang rape case. So after the 2012 December gang rape case, a new subcategory was introduced, gang rape cases. So this category has been removed. Now, next one category is cyber crimes. In the category of cyber crimes against women, nearly 4,200 offences were recorded. And this offences includes where women were stalked, blackmailed or morphed pictures and uploaded on the internet, etc. So these are some examples of cyber crimes. Now, under the cyber crimes, in the subcategory of special and local laws, that is the laws that are applicable at the local level, so those special laws, cyber crimes against women, the number of women-centric crimes is given as 600. And out of the 600, 271 crimes relate to publishing or transmitting sexually explicit material under the IT Act or the Information and Technology Act. Now, sexual harassment, the report has introduced the categories of sexual harassment at workplace and public transport. So, new categories introduced are sexual harassment at workplace and sexual harassment at public transport. And sexual harassment at workplace and public transport, in workplace 479, whereas in public transport 599 cases were reported in the year 2017 under these categories, that is sexual harassment at workplace and at public transport facilities. Now next one is the cases against juveniles. Around 33,600 cases were registered against juveniles, and 40,400 juveniles were arrested in this year. So out of 40,400 arrested juveniles, around 33,600 cases were registered. Now this is the highlights available regarding women and children. Next one, let us come to delayed justice. We have seen that for the first time they have introduced even the period of pendency. Not only pendency of cases, but also the period of pendency has also been introduced. So let us see what it is. In the latest report, that is the crime report of 2017, the National Crime Records Bureau has reported the number of cases that are pending, and apart from that, it has also recorded the period of pendency, that is for how long the cases were pending. So the number plus the period of pendency is reported. Now let us talk about the normal procedure, how it has to happen. Very important fact. For the IPC crimes, that is those crimes that are registered under the IPC or the Indian Penal Code, the police is supposed to file a charge sheet within 90 days. So 90 days is the maximum period available to file a charge sheet if a case is registered under the IPC or the Indian Penal Code. Now, according to the data that is available with the National Crime Records Bureau, 49% of the cases have seen a delay. That is, the data show that the police has delayed the charge sheet of almost 49% of the cases. And in certain cases like rioting, that is riots or mob lynching, etc., which includes even communal riots, the police have delayed the charge sheeting or filing of charge sheeting in around 60% of the cases. So this is regarding rioting, communal riots, etc. And now coming to investigation, more than 3 lakh cases are pending for investigation. That is, investigation is pending for almost 3 lakh cases for more than 1 year period. So this is also a form of delayed justice. Now coming to the role of fast track courts. What are actually fast track courts? Fast track courts are those courts which are established for the purpose of speedy disposal of cases or speedy conclusion of the cases. So in more than 40% of the cases, the fast track courts have taken more than 3 years to finish the trial. The sole purpose of establishing fast track courts is to conduct speedy disposal of trials or speedy conclusion for the cases. But in 40% or more than 40% of the cases, the fast track courts itself has taken more than 3 years for the disposal of a case or the finishing of a trial. So this indicates the ineffectiveness of the fast track courts as well. And certain cases, around 3,384 cases which were committed to fast track courts, the trial finished in more than 10 years. So this shows the inefficiency of the fast track courts, even the delayed justice delivered to the citizens. And in the fast track courts, only 11,500 cases were disposed or the trial was completed within a period of 1 year. And this is particular to fast track courts. Now let us come to the courts in common, that is the normal courts. So in courts in general, more than 2,71,000 cases were pending trial at the end of 2017. So the pendency in the cases, it's very huge. Now if a question is asked regarding the pendency of cases in the courts or regarding investigation or the filing of the charge sheet or the functioning of fast track courts, you should definitely mention that the National Crime Records Bureau has reported this. This is because when you mention an authentic source, when you give some data, this will fetch you more marks. So even if you do not really know the exact numbers, and if you just know what is it or you know how it is, at least if you know the trend, then you should definitely mention it and you should say that this is according to the National Crime Records Bureau. So this is a very authentic source, and while the examiner checks your answer, this will give more authenticity to your answer and this will fetch you more marks. Now let us come to other data that is available. The first one is regarding rioting. New subcategories were added, which includes vigilant action, disputes over water, disputes over power, disputes over property, etc. Now second one is regarding fake news. Around 257 offences have been recorded. Now when we talk about fake news, we can connect it with mob lynching as well. And fake news is one very important trigger factor for mob lynching in India. And this is just 2017 report. And since 2017 till 2019, over this period of 2 years, recently, we have seen that the number of mob lynching cases are on rise. So fake news has a very significant role in this, especially the use of social media for the spread of fake news. So this is very, very important. Now the third category is election related offences. Around 952 election related offences were recorded in 2017. And apart from this, offences regarding religion, related to religion, public places, etc. were also reported. So these are the important highlights of this report. I'll be making again another lecture on this report itself. There I'll discuss about some of the drawbacks of this report, what the data could have included and all that I'll include there. So I'll be making another lecture also regarding the drawbacks of the National Crime Records Bureau data. You can find the PDF of this lecture on our website www.studyiq.com. You can follow my Facebook page for more video updates. You can write to me at joycey.studyiq@gmail.com for any of your queries and clarification. Thank you.